Hey guys, Fire here from InDepth Gaming, bringing you another game review. This time we're checking out Royal Frontier. Royal Frontier is developed by Wobblyware, published by Ratalaika Games, and releases on March 17th, 2022, for a price of unfortunately we don't know, but I would expect this game to land somewhere between, $5 and $15, so we'll see. Let's talk about it and we'll give you my opinions at the end. It's a role-playing turn-based game. The way this game works is you basically play one session, trying to get as far as you can. I believe it's 45 days. As you play, you're going to unlock a cast of heroes, basically little players. As you keep playing, you'll get even more the further you progress throughout the game. You're also going to be equipped with these kind of temple-based blessings. You'll unlock more blessings as you play, and those blessings will give you different types of attributes based on how your character goes. Now, the way the game works is you're kind of doing this little story. You're in a caravan and you're kind of exploring, having to fight and battle little enemies. The game gives you 3 path tracks from the beginning, and as you can see, part of the way through the track, they'll kind of start to lane and divert into each other, and there's different things you're going to encounter. The little skulls could be up to 3 enemies. 3 or 4 enemies, I believe. The little skulls with like a gold ring or little mini bosses. Treasure chests reward you loot. The questions are random encounters. There's chances for money and opportunities to rest, and you have to try to get all the way to the end without all your guys dying. Now, every time you play this game, you're going to unlock more and more stuff to make your guys better for future playthroughs. So, this is a game that you're going to play over and over and progress differently with different unlocks and things that you're going to be able to play with. Now, it is a simple turn-based game. When you are playing, you'll get to have your guys that'll have basic attacks. You'll have attacks that you pick and you arm at a target. And then there's just a little button sequence game that basically determines how much your damage does. You also have abilities, such as this guy here who can heal. Different characters will have different abilities. The little guy down at the bottom left on our team shoots like a fireball. You can do the top guy up top does like heavier attacks. And those all mix in with also inventory items that help you set and do different things to enemies. So, for example, this little goblin guy here, we can stun him for a round and then hit him pretty hard. And then some enemies will do multiple attacks. You can see our little wizard guy here actually hits for more than once. When enemies attack you, you can also do that same button sequence to time and attempt to weaken their attacks. And this game all just kind of piles up and adds together to create a little quaint turn-based game that you just kind of set up and work with how you're doing. The thing to always remember when you're playing is there's always going to be little timing prompts in everything you do, so don't forget about those, as it could impact kind of the damage and performance you're playing. Now you have to manage the health bars, which are up top, and then the kind of little attribute special points that kind of do the abilities. So like the ability here for this guy, we're going to launch a fireball. Different abilities might require you to do different types of button mashings or different sequences you have to hit. The game will tell you every time, so it's definitely something that makes it kind of nice when you are playing with how you set things up. And you might want to necessarily sequence things, so there's opportunities where you maybe don't kill a guy so you can get another chance to heal your dude. And then you're basically going to repeat this while you're playing as you go through for each one of the days, and you're just trying to survive as long as you can. You'll also get opportunities to level up your guys, get unique little bits of loot, and continue going on from there. You're going to get these random, like here's a random little encounter. I can choose to leave it alone and do nothing, or I can search it, and you never know. I could get ambushed, I might get some cool loot, and that's entirely up to you. Looks like in this case some bandits decided to jump out of us, so we have to fight them. Now the enemies you're going to encounter will vary, so you're not always the same little guys. You might get things from bears to goblins to everything in between, and it's definitely a fun experience not knowing what's going to be around the corner and what might attack you. And you definitely get this sense of, man, I don't want my guys to die, so you have to micromanage how you're playing. One thing I do like about the game is if you do have a guy get completely wiped out in their health points, when you are playing and he does go down, as long as you have one guy survive, your other guy will kind of gain a little bit of health back. It's not an entirely large amount, so don't think he's going to come back, swinging for the fences. But it is enough to make a difference when you are playing to where you're not going to lose the guy, but you're going to have to make some smarter decisions as you progress further. So that's kind of a little note there. So don't give up necessarily when your guys do die. As far as the achievements in this game, they're pretty straightforward. You're going to kind of just have to play and kill a bunch of guys, get as far as you can, and kind of rinse and repeat with that same play style. What I do enjoy about this game, though, is It's just such an easy pick up and play game. You know, the visuals are nice little bit styled graphics, and it just kind of fits this weird little genre of not the same thing that we're seeing Ratalaika publish all the time. I do like games that take a little bit more time to play through and unlock things, and it's definitely for me an enjoyable experience to be able to, just take time, and just have a little bit of fun. As far as the achievements, nothing's going to be too overly difficult. Just the time I've played with the game so far, I've only got a handful of achievements left, so I don't think it's going to be too impossible for completionists. What I do like is when you do hit these like special encounters, like with bosses, you do get some pretty strengthy enemies, so you have to be very smart about how you do your attacks and really who you sequence and go after. Um, Attack the wrong person, it's going to completely ruin your entire session, and you should just expect to die, which is an unfortunate thing to say, but it kind of is what it is. But overall, though, I do think this game is pretty fun. Not quite knowing the price point, I think if it comes in anywhere around $5-10, it's definitely worth a pickup. If it's anything over 15, maybe pass. But that's kind of where it is. Not knowing the price, I can't really give a full, straight up, honest opinion right now, unfortunately. But hopefully you guys do, maybe like this game. If you have any questions or want to see more gameplay, stuck on anything with your achievements or anything of the sorts, please let me know down in the comments. If you want to see more gameplay, happy to make some more videos. Outside of that, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, and we'll catch you guys next time. We'll finish out this battle, I'll crank up the volume, and I'll stop talking.